How are we all doing? We're back. I don't think I will touch any more smelting anytime soon after that little incident involving copper smelting. Hey, Sunny Bunny. It's 4 AM on Christmas. Go to bed. It's not yet. What is it actually? It's only the 23rd. 8:14 PM. Also more faster. So, one thing I've been doing in the off time is I've been using map markers for a change, which is something I don't normally use actually. Hey, Symbiosis, number 83, how's it going? Yeah, so I've been using map markers for all the various different builds, and I've started putting numbers in so I can keep track of how much each thing produces. So, green circuits, yeah, 159,675. That's how much it produces per minute. 31,000 red circuits per minute. 2,900 speed modules. 5,600. Just stupid. Yeah. So, yeah, a full... The thing that I didn't appreciate was that's an entire blue belt just of mining drills. That... there. Yes. So stupid. I can't say it with a straight face. This base uses a full blue belt of mining drills. It's just ridiculous. Only a half belt of electric furnaces on the other hand. And this is more or less what I got up to last time. And I went 2, 4, 6, 8, and it only needs, I think, 6. And I think my solution is to take the deconstruction planner out, and before I do that, let's see. I don't need that anymore. What I need is to give it a bit more room. One of the problems with the previous build was there was no room for gears. And that's something I want to fix this time. So I'm going to do this again. Deconstruct all that. Get rid of that. Now, I want that. Before I get carried away though, I'm just going to check how many belts I need. It was... Mining drill needs 5 belts of gears, which can be rounded up to 6 belts actually. But we'll plan for 5. I want to make sure everything gets what it needs. So that's 3, 4, 5. So it could be there or it could be there. Let's give it 5 for now. So that. I want to go there. So we plug that in. And that in. And what I'm going to do is just distribute across the actual thingy, splitters thingies. In 2020 you'll need a 64 lane balance of the mining drills. You don't want to tempt me. There we go. I may actually need to move one of these to the other connection on the balancer there. Hey Immune, how's it going? Now. I wanted a thingy. Not that. Not that. Ooh, Shred Guy with the auto host. There it is. So what I want to do is line that up there. Line that up with the roboports for full OCD-ness. And there we go. No, it doesn't actually span all the way. Well, let's fix that with a bit of that. And a bit of that. You're good, thanks. Wonderful, how am I? I'm doing pretty good. I just had some ice cream and then here we are. Oh. There we go. That's got us powers. Now these were the belts. Yeah, they were the belts for gears. So, up here. I'm now out of undergrounds. My base might actually be out of... Oh no, it's fine. I was worried it was out of lubricant. Now I had a request for a whole lot of undergrounds. And I got rid of it thinking I didn't need it anymore, and that was very foolish of me. Of course I'm going to need it. One of the other things I'm doing actually is also I've been planning out a new unloader system. Commune does the Xmas thing now with parents and now as beer. Ooh, wonderful. Yeah, I've got to do the first part at the very least. So yeah, I need 3 to 4 plastic unloaders. I was looking at it and I need 24 belts, I think it was, or 20 belts coming out. Well, I say 20. There's 20 going to there, and then I think it was 4 belts that go to... No, it's got to be more than 4 actually, that go to the low density. The main thing is I was playing around with unloaders. I think it was 24 total. And there's actually the blooper unloader that we're looking at in the Colonel Will map, which is actually quite good. I might use this one from now on. Very nice. So yeah, 3 plastic unloaders. I'm also planning a coal unloader somewhere along here. And so I'll probably have a whole line of unloaders going along here. I might move to make everything up to about here as well, so it's more central to the base. Hey, look at Beanie, how's it going? How am I today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm also happy to be back in this base to get it going. I really want it to get it going. Alright, there's the next hump point. I think our cursor moved. Yeah. If I can get up there with the thing moving. To there. One of the requirements of the base is that all undergrounds must align to the underground grid. Damn it. I didn't pay attention to the first one. Going well? Wonderful. Working on some video stuff. Okay. My brain is failing to do 2 things at once right now. So you go there, there. You're just producing a video using Unity, some animations or such, I'm guessing. So you go there, and you go there. At least it's consistent. Oh yeah, and you go there, and then there, and then there. There we go. Now I think this produces half and half. I'll move that up there. And there. I might actually move it into there like so. Wait, that doesn't fit. I thought that was properly spaced. Guess not. That's a future me problem. Now I've got to bring the iron plate in. Using the new tools, real-time 3D animation. Ah, yep. I probably could have used that blueprint. Think about that. Do some pretty neat things with Unity now too, can't you? That's just a mess. I don't know what that's supposed to be. There. I actually need to bring circuits in too. There. How does that clash, if at all, with gears? It doesn't. Excellent. That reminds me too, another thing I've been doing is I put some constant combinators to remind myself what was going where. So this is all the intermediates coming across so far, of which there is a lot. Circuits around here somewhere actually too. Oh, where are you yawning? There it is. I think one of these was for the Make Everything and one was for Blue Science. Blue Science needs like a blue belt of everything. And then this is for everything else. I can't think what it is. And there's copper. Oh yeah, $20,000 challenge. I think I mentioned that before actually. That's what I was thinking, oh yeah. Neon challenge on what real-time environment scene you can create with the power of Unity. And your artistic skills. That's something I used to do a lot actually, was I used to do a lot of things in Half-Life Engine. I don't really have any of that stuff anymore though. Made a lot of maps for Duke 3D as well. I deconstructed that and I didn't want to. Oh, it's gone for now. Yeah, I was also doing some checking and I found a missing belt in here. So doing the classic measuring with a deconstruction planner. I go all the way across. Oh, it's 113 now. Okay. I'll try that again. I think I'll clip something. Nope, that's too far. There it is. Yeah, it's 112. It was 111 before, and it took me like 15 minutes to actually find it. And yeah, this one's 96. That's a good point, actually. There's no coding needed. It's entirely an artistic undertaking. We'll need to rearrange that at some point. Now, where's the rest of iron plate? There. There's a lot of unutilized iron plate there too. That collides with that. This balancer could be a liability, I have a feeling. There's a lot of stuff to go up that doesn't necessarily fit. I've got some space there to turn across. That's steel, which may or may not need to move. I might actually move it up there. Let's do that first, actually. Let's move this. Let's grab that. Push this up to here. And pop that there. A bit of a tidy, that'll do. That's it, actually. I was also thinking about making a monument to the Assembly 1 build, either in there or in here somewhere. This thing here, it's nice and small. The former component of science. I was also looking at the other intermediates that need to go, so turrets, ammo, grenades, engines. There's actually not much to go, really, when you look at it. But most of these, unfortunately, well, fortunately for me, in terms of time, all I need to do is just duplicate these. Unfortunately, I kind of didn't want to just double everything. I wanted to actually put a bit more thought into it, but most of these builds are basically, the belts are maxed out, you can't push any more up them. I think there is a bit of room to work with the ammo. As you can see, I have been thinking about it as well. But like grenades, it can't go any longer, it has to be duplicated. Same with the engines. And that's also a thing with the undergrounds. The underground compression thing. Okay. So I've got all this room here to manipulate these. It's got to come down. How much can I get up to here? Let's bring this across first, actually. How many belts do you need from not needing 1200 assemblers? There's 4% less. It's actually not that much. Oh, when I say not that much, it is actually really helpful. Because it gives me because the gears was marginal before when it needed them. Same with circuits, it's put a lot of eased the pressure on circuits. It means there's less fractional belts. Yeah. Come to think of it, have I removed it? It's 10,000 iron plate that does need to go to assembly machines, so that was 5 belts worth of iron that don't need to go anywhere anymore, which is a good thing for me. So it means that it's less marginal, and I can actually route full belts instead. Like I could route more belts to gears now, instead of doing fractionals. And I don't like fractionals. Fractionals are nasty. And the gears particularly was a good one because now this is... it doesn't need weird splits all over it. Oh, that reminds me too, with the circuits, it means that the end one here... So there's this 6 belts into 8 belts for the blue circuits. Because before it was... What did I say it was? I think it was 34. Yeah. It takes 34, and it can now take 36 or 35. Something like that. Up here. Which really makes it nice. Oh, I think it was 33.5. Or 33... Yeah, 33.5. Yeah, you always want to try and round up, but at this scale, rounding up has a huge impact. Like, rounding up this... and this is already overbuilt, means a huge increase in red circuits, which means an even bigger increase in green circuits, which means that everything else gets bigger proportion, like 68 becomes 70 belts of green circuits. It just becomes a nightmare. It means red circuits was able to redistribute and gain a green circuit belt, so it's a lot nicer now. Speed 1s actually gets 7 belts instead of 6.5. It was sharing a belt with blue circuits. And so, yeah, it's really cleaned it up. And yeah, this thing can exist now. And then there's everything left over. It's kind of crazy in itself. There's 7 belts go to everything that's not circuit related or speed module. So like this whole side of the base uses 59 out of the 68 belts, I think it is. 59? Or was it 61? So yeah, 60. Got that all wrong. Yeah. Moving along. IR math good. Oh dear. That's not good. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's get that out of the way. That's not so easy. Alright, let's bring it up to here. So you... Let's make a blueprint to make life easier. There we go. Okay. So, that iron plate. That iron plate is just all kinds of in the way. Well, not there at least. So let's carry that on. I'll do that. There we go. And there they are. Wait, where's batteries? There we are. Helps if I get the right way around. Let's pull that up for now. I think I've got the grid wrong, possibly, somewhere. Or is it just the wrong height? I think it might be the wrong height, come to think of it. Because it should, what should happen with the underground grid, and it doesn't seem to be happening this time, is everything should line up like that. And that's how I had it in the previous smaller base. Yeah, sort of like what's produced there. Ah well. Gee, that's still going. Actually, I'm probably producing... What am I doing? Who knows? Does anyone know? Would have been making speed modules. That thing replaces them in a hell of a hurry. Yeah. So in the last 10 minutes we made 1,000 of those just from the laying belt. It's crazy. It's crazy, I tells you. How's this thing going? You're out of fuel. Ah, stupid thing. Humans always interrupt me, don't they know Christmas break week? You probably need iron plate actually. That's actually kind of ideal. I can set requests and that'll help empty that base thing. Because the base currently has a stupid amount of copper and iron in it. Let's get one of these requesters. I say one and I mean lots. Wait, you're oh, no. There we go. That one just needs a bit of fill. Yeah, I changed it up a bit. Although new is a very relative term because it's a familiar playlist, just one that hasn't been run in a while. Okay, that continues off. Much like that. It's new to you? Really? Oh, I suppose this one is actually much bigger, come to think of it. Which should do it. Alright, so you come to there, you come to there. Actually, I'll do that. There. Let's see, you go to there. Up we go to there. To there. We have one extra actually. Oh. Oh. I don't actually know it really that either. It's just random stuff. Oops. It's funny, the fast replace of belts is a bit weird in the way it works. I don't actually need to underground those anymore. I might start doing stuff like that. instead of undergrounding short lengths, just because I can. We'll see how we go with performance though. This map does have render problems. I remember complaining to us hitting, I think I mentioned this earlier on Wheel Stream, it was like a month ago. I was complaining that it was running slow, and it turns out that it was just looking at this zoomed out while moving just kills the UPS because of rendering. Okay, gears to there. Fast play should be hotKeyed for not like replacements. Oh yeah, I see what you mean there. Oh, what was I thinking of earlier? Was I'd like a button like the alt view, so it could ghost items on belts, so you could actually see what's underneath. Oh yeah, the upgrading. There was supposed to be a fix in 16 that actually stopped that happening, but I don't think it went in. I don't think it made it the final cut. Okay, so you got gears, gears, and gears. What is this? Okay. I was just thinking that's missing some lights. How about that? Admittedly, I've had a lot of practice at the fast upgrades, so I'm kind of used to it now already. Okay, so you're green. How much green did I say? What did I say it was? What did I say it was? Green circuits going to mining drills was 3. So 3 belts of greens down here. We'll say them. Let's step back, then go up. How are we going to do this? Let us... Hey, Kimmy GW. Yeah, so the purpose of this mega base is it produces a red belt of each science pack, which I'm actually currently converting to 2 red belts of each science pack. And so the red belt only refers specifically to the labs. Admittedly, it does have a bit of blue belt weaving in it, but that's for space science. So yes, the old base, which currently is being... that's the remnants of the old base, was 1,600 science packs a minute. 1 red belt of each science pack. And this new section here is 3,200 of each science pack. And so you get to see things like the glorious green river of 68 belts of green circuits. And 16 lanes of, well, 12 lanes actually, I think it is. No, it is 16 lanes of red circuits. And just the biggest, just stupid amounts of blue circuits. And it goes on. And numbers are ridiculous. The throughput of blue belts is 1/3 more than red. So a yellow belt is 1/3 of a blue belt. A red belt is 2/3 of a blue belt. I say is, but it's actually approximately, it's a little bit less. So on the right there you see belt speed 40 items a second. And then if I go to red belt, it's actually 26.67. In theory it should actually be like 42 for it to be 3/3 exactly. But that was changed back in version 12, I think. Oh yeah, and there was... I think that actually did relate to some rounding errors. Wait, I did want that one. It's hard to keep track of all these belts at times. No, wrong one. So that one, there, and there, and there. Und da. And so you come up. There, to there, and to there. And I'm gonna move that actually. I have a feeling I'm gonna need that space later. I don't have to move them later on. I'll discover there's not enough room. Oops. Yep, still all over the place. Okay, these can go over one. There, there, there we go. And what's happening? Yeah, this gets the base pretty angry. Just instantly replace everything that moved forward. Hey, West dude. I should adjust the name, I guess. It's a red belt of each science pack. Red belt of science packs, mega base then. Okay. Let's do the thing here. Of which I have a thingy. I probably want one of these too. These things are quite good. It'd be cool if it weren't 80 gears each. It is pretty rough, isn't it? That's in the way, so I might move it. Just move it back a tickle. Like so. I'll keep that as it is, as it were. Underground's the wrong direction. Right. The vertical one. That one? Now I gotta work out where I was 15 seconds ago. Probably be fine. I'm pretty sure I saw one of these backwards. One that goes nowhere, okay. Okay. Don't worry, there's going to be a lot of errors in the belts in this. It's all gone horribly wrong. I'm pressing every key but the right key. Got it, okay. The book. Yeah, this thing. This thing is very useful for dealing with sideloading issues. Unequal drain from sideloading is a real, or from inserters, is a real problem in this base, and at this scale. Getting equal drain, like an unequal drain in one part of the base can completely destroy throughput of another part of the base. I'm just trying to think how I can implement it. Let's see. How about that? It's likely it won't need it here in this build, but I like using them these days. So what this thing does is it separates it out and then merges back down. Unfortunately, that's the wrong way. Hey, Zero Sum! Thank you very much for those there. How's it going? How's the bulbs going? And welcome people from Zero Sum stream. Yeah, I'm just going to be lazy. It'll be a fix it later. It's a future me problem. And welcome to the madness that is this base. Why? Oh, it's off by 1. Speaking of off by 1, wait a minute. Why is that all off by 1? Because the gears are off by 1. Okay. Good to know. There. Getting the underground autism right is very important. It must be done. There we go. How's that going? Just going in. Yes, one lane sliding more than the other. Hopefully it'll be okay though. Just get rid of all that again. Clog my inventory with gears, of course, in the process. There we go. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Will it? No, it's down again. So in that space just produced 2,000 gears. 2,100 gears. It's not ridiculous at all. So many bases skip blue belts go straight to bots? Yeah, that's normally what I do with, like, in the Kernel Wheel multiplayer games. That's what I do. Particularly in 15, or we'd say just go to straight to the higher tier. We just go straight to bots and not bother with the blue belts. It wasn't worth. Blue wasn't even worth the investment in iron. Better off spending it on. Let's just see this just soak up instantly. You know, it's not worth spending the iron on it if you're just going to go to a bot base. There we go. Getting some circuits going. Straight from yellow belt to bot. Yeah, that's what I'd expect. Top tier belts embarrassing to their inferiors compared to stacks versus fast and assembler 3, assembler 2. Yeah. Going to assembler 3 is a huge step. That was something I figured out with the Kernel Wheel speedruns. The amount of time you spend upgrading and the amount of energy you spend on upgrading isn't worth the initial investment. You're better off just making more of the lower tier than it is to go to the higher tier. So what's going up there? Nothing. I think I might need to sort out plastic next. So what's going on over here is this is a bit of an experiment. Make sure that stays connected. What I want to try and do is line it up with a balancer. Okay. Clogged with gears again. I also wanted to add some paths around it. Now, I need to replace the 4 that I pulled up. Because I'm an idiot. Like so. So it does actually go there. The Nodder uses like 62 belts. The expensive part about Assembler 3s, I think, is time more than anything else. How old is that train load design? It's fairly recent. As of, yeah, the Colonel Wheel map, and it was something it's a variation on Blooper's one, and it's compatible with the the 16 splitters, because it's half splitter. Hey, NG and Goldwing 123. Admittedly, I do just want to kind of use this. Oh, I see. But having said that, I need to watch out for those. New mini loader. Scrubs that setup. Yeah. I try and stay away from mods that eliminate too much of the core gameplay. And that was the problems that loaders had. I understand it for like Bob's mods, where the higher tiers really demand loaders for it to work properly. For base game, it's not necessary. It's like long reach. Cuts out a lot of the gameplay. You don't have to do anything. You just stand on a plinth on a cliff in your base, and then do everything. Oh yeah, that's actually a good thing. Good point actually, is that I'm generally open to combat mods. I'm all about the aircraft mod. The aircraft mod definitely wasn't involved in the exploration down here. You like the, hey Bonus Can, you like the helicopter mod I saw recently? Yeah, it's a good mod as well. Reasonably well balanced. I was very partial to the ion cannon. Okay. So 36912. What do I need for mining drills? Mining drills needs 24,000 iron plate per minute. Just in case that part was missed. This keeps on trucking. I should use my blueprint this time. So do you. There we go. Only 24k. Yep, only 24k. But I'm going to feed 12 into it, overpressure the belt. No. Let's not do that. Let's carry that down, because it can connect straight up. What's in there? Okay. Why is plastic like that? Oh, it has to dodge that, actually. That's actually a very good question. Why is plastic like that? That's terrible. Is there a mod that affects flame speed? Not that I've heard of. I don't think you can, actually. I don't think you can directly mod how fast flame is thrown out. It's actually an interesting point that you say that, because flamethrower turrets generally deal the most damage, like 91,000, 100,000, 737,000. So the flamethrower turrets are doing the majority of the killing on this defensive wall. Up here is actually quite a good one. Oh, I might have to pull it out. Yeah, that's 2 million damage dealt. And only 400,000 on the laser turrets. There's an 800,000. That was actually something I was quite surprised about. The flamethrower turrets consistently do more damage than the laser turrets do. And that was before, even before flame damage was a thing. Wait a minute, what are you doing? Huh. You never need to be there. So you can go, and you can go, and you can go. That makes life a bit easier. You go there. I kind of hate this sort of arrangement. I might actually rearrange the plate a little bit so it lines up with the horizontals. It'd be a hell of a lot less awkward. Let's tear all that up and do it again. Let's fix a plastic belt first. I don't know why it was doing that. Hey, Mr. Bucket. How's it going? Now, I need some trash. Fast flame by Mooncat. Oh dear. I can't imagine by how much it lags the game being one of Mooncat's mods. There we go. Now this needs to go... Well, not that specifically. Let us move that. Oh, that's so much plastic. And that changes alignment for the circuits. There we go, that should be 20 belts. 20. Excellent. Why are you backwards? How dare you be backwards? Thar. Oh, that's just awkward. I can No, I can't. Not there. And then it can just come there to there. To there. And there we go. That's out of the way. Plastic was like that because Future Mojo and we don't care about him. He will deal with it. He always deals with everything, doesn't he? You go there. There. I feel like something ain't right. No, something ain't right. There it is. There it is. Future Mojo Source. Yeah, he's the one that figures everything out. Past Mojo's a bumbling buffoon that never gets anything right. Hey Sonny, how's it going? That actually looks nicer too. Just woke up? Oh, nice. Oh yeah, those bricks. Future me problem. Oh dear. Straight back onto it. How does current me deal with those bricks though? Current me deals with it by moving them over like so. Because that's a totally more sensible position to put them in. You should be in bed. Okay, I got through there. Alright, this just got a whole lot more challenging. It's actually approaching bedtime for me too. Getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red circuit's killing it. What's the rocket thing that appears on the channel? Oh, that's the Streamlabs thing. That'll be. I'm guessing. Is that one of the overlay things? I know there's like a Streamlabs sidebar. I'm probably going to turn it off. Had to work overnight, so it's a 38-hour. Damn, that's a long day. It's not a good thing doing such long hours. So 2 can't go up there. I could move these roboports actually. There. Let's just steer all those up there. Deconstruct that. I would have liked them to go straight up in, but that's not going to work. Sadly. Alright, so you there. Something like that. And there. Blah, just a blah. That made it angry. We got there. How about that? That I kinda like. There we go. The trouble is it makes me want to be consistent like there, but I'm setting a dangerous precedent. How's that? Steel's there. Alright, so let's bring that down a bit. Let's bring it down to there. So steel now appears there to there to there. Okay, so that's okay. Oh, no, it isn't. Well, that one is. That. So this is gonna get all kinds of interesting. You can be there. That's connected. I might need to move that out the way. Like so. That's better. There. Actually, how far does that reach? There, there. There you go. Alright, so let's deal with steel next. So what'll happen is that'll come lower. Can this fit is the question. Question of the day. So there. Hey, Yaveldak, how's it going? Sorry, you won't find any hexels here, unfortunately. I'm terribly sorry to say. Just do that instead of trying to be clever. You're also backwards, you're backwards, you're the right way around, then I made it backwards. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, soikets. Now stone. There. I might need to do that. I say that. So I can put that there, then that there. That can come across and drop in. Gives me a bit more... Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Because I wanted to do... Oh, it doesn't reach either. Damn it. Now it reaches. There we go. There. was gonna say, it feels like there's more than there should have been. There we go. We have lasers. Ooh. Flip that round. Dupe that, dupe that. I could even do that. There we go. Been playing Christmas Skins Hunt the last few days. Think you've succeeded? Ooh. So that's steel, bricks, rerouted, excellent. There. Can go. There. It's nice having such a high bot speed. We're only 18. Where are the missing? Ah, there. What the? Wait, you're meant to go that way. I thought I had that right way round. I guess not. Uh-huh. Fine. Where was it? I can't see it. There it is. For now. Okay. I now have 20. That will be family part of life. After that, there's Factorio life again. Ooh. That's the important thing, the Factorio part. Alright, so... you go there. There. That's that. Oh, I'm all clogged up. Is Red Bull going to stream something interesting in the next few days? Excellent question. Amazon Easy Shopping. I would assume that you've already done the shopping. I would hope so. Nothing worse than people complaining about slow delivery 4 days before Christmas. It's best time to get a parcel stolen too. Alright, so 4, 3, 4. Looks a bit... seems like the shadow's different. Oh, Red Bull's streaming now. Alright. Let's realign this. So, start over here. And then I have to do a shuffle. So we go to there, to there. There. And there. Past Mojo didn't think these bells... No! Past Mojo thought that these could all just drop down vertically and everything would be fine. Not really realizing that it doesn't work like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2... Let's cut that one back. So we don't need you. And this is what most of this base is all about, is just redoing the same things over and over as we find problems. There's going to be a lot of chopping and changing like that too, which is fun. Alright, so... Oops, one too many. It's just always off by some stupid amount. Amazon Logibots are real now, just not in most countries. I don't understand how it's supposed to work, the drone delivery service. From what I understand, people looking at aviation people are generally not overly thrilled. Trying to set up all of the legislation for it. At least here. I have a feeling it's one of those things that only really works in highly populated areas. That's better. I'll reduce this down to 2. Wait, you backwards? No, good. The biggest problem is not so much drones themselves, it's when Amazon starts it, somebody else is inevitably going to want to do the same thing. Multiple people, so you need legislation and systems in place to make sure things don't go horribly wrong. The last thing you want is spy drones hovering over your house. Or drones falling on your house. Not entirely secured protocols for drones. That's actually touches on another problem with hobby drones, is using unregulated transmitters and receivers. There are specific transmitters and receivers you're supposed to use because they have certain degrees of reliability to them. I know there's been a few cases where drones have dropped out the sky because they use Arduinos and they've lost command and control due to interference. Dropped out of the sky onto people, that is. Into crowds. You would assume someone like Amazon would actually do it, put the time and the money into high quality, like making sure it's the highest quality. The problem is someone coming in along later and doing a cut rate budget variation. Yeah, you gotta... Shipping internationally is a minefield of pain. Sichuan, China spy drones are real and they have remote Wi-Fi hotspots dropped off in buildings. Something changed with the 900 megahertz actually recently. I can't remember what. There was a big reshuffle because a lot of the UHF was reallocated. It's funny actually. Here we had a huge chunk of TV space that was never being used. There's something like 72 channels. And only like 20 of them are being used for the most part. What am I going to use all those undergrounds for? Supply materials. Yeah, it's the liability. That's what it comes down to. It's mainly just protecting personal interests. So, 4, 10, 18, 4, 10, 40, hang on, 3, 6, 10, 14, 19. Oh yeah, acid. Okay. So that can plug in. That can just plug in. That needs to go. That can move over a tile. The biggest problem is when it comes to the regulation is who is accountable when one drops out of the sky. And that's really what regulation for the most part's about. Actually, no, that's not right. Oh no, that works. There we go. So, 2 there. So these can shuffle over. That's fine. Ah. So I go up. I don't need to mind those. Do I see any UPS chains? Yeah, 60-60. There we go. That is big enough that I probably should underground it. And clog up my network. Oh, it's a 14,000, it's not so bad. Let's have a look at this. Ah, it's blocked. Guess I won't look at that then. Google are ready to drone deliver food. So what I've done is I can now group up circuits. Or group it up better, I should say. Stupid plastic. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it was about 25 beforehand, but it's a good improvement. How's that? I think keeping the underground's a good idea for this particular case. Oh wait, that's not all of it, isn't it? No. I need to catch up on the chat. I'm going to set flight paths and levels. As I understand it, that's the plan. Stream soapbox racing on the Red Bull, eh? What else did I miss? There's a liability. Hopes next year drone delivery of Guzman Gomez. Google should ask Sturm, yes. There we go, that actually works. Undergrounds was fine. I was fine without the undergrounds. It's the downside to the undergrounds is it does make it hard to see what's going on the belts. Okay, that's that. Let's clear that out. Alright. Where's plastic? Just there, so I won't add any more to it. Exterm needs net delivery neutrality. Otherwise he'll starve to death. It's a good thing I'm not a painter. Here we go. Pizza drones for you. Fire it out like a frisbee from a cannon. So there's this whole empty chunk of space here. Domino's did one of them. I remember seeing a pizza cannon at some point. It is possible I could sneak up there. Although there's not enough room, actually. I haven't seen wheel streams, eh? We have launched at least one rocket so far. It's getting along nicely, but it's been slow progress. Is there anything else I screwed up that I haven't fixed? Just empty my pockets. Refill the undergrounds, of course. Okay. I would like reds to go elsewhere. I could sneak them up there. I may change that. When I say may, it means I probably will. Oh, I can use this space for the iron plate. Alright. It's a problem that solved itself. Why is that not... It's just completely off. What the hell's going on there? What did past me do? So it should be there. Wait, what? With Anti? I know he's been moaning about the low game performance lately because his computer is a potato. It's a baked potato. Did I just do the same thing again? Hey, it's Mike. How's it going? There to there. Ooh, that's another emote, is it? I unlocked another one, actually. I got this snow seeing. Definitely not sitting in channels farming them or anything. I want the Christmas tree one. The Christmas raid. I like that one. Hey, Zulin. Mr. Bucket. With a bit towards charity too. Thank you very much. Look at all them emotes. There's so many. Now I need to do more here. Yeah, the belt change is just people crying because there's no blueprints for them to paste down anymore. Another one! Liquid media. What are those? Tech deals. Interesting. Blueprints suck. They can ruin the game. Blueprints can be good, but can ruin the game. So these are actually aligned wrong. There. It does change a lot, actually. Too tired to sleep? So one thing I don't like about these hardcore indie unlabeled things is the lyrics are awful. Got Mojo and Will Christmas gifts with Twitch ads. Very nice. Hey, Space Panzer. This is 16, this is. So we're in the process of breaking it. Because that's what I'd like to do, apparently. I have already brought it down. More emojis! Cheer unlocked for 9 others. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of them. How's that? I think that's got it. Angry phone. What's angry phone angry about? Apparently a one-day-old message just came through. Good on you, Facebook. El Sparrow, thank you for the follow there. Just enjoying all these emotes. Since first discussed train pathfinding fix could fix some issues with loop-based. It does explain. I always wondered why there was that really big penalty. I pointed out to... Hey Lucifer. I pointed out to our seeding a little while ago. A few other things like that. Like a train... In the code that was published, a train has a higher penalty when it's approaching a signal than it does stopping as a signal. So this was supposed to be red belt, more like blue belt. Ah, you're the worst. Alright, let's realign these. Max power! Max power! He's the man! And he followed. Thank you very much. Oh god, I'm starting to sing. Nighttime me is completely different to daytime me, I should point out. It's such a clowny townie. Maybe a little. Totally different when you're in... I try not to say too much. Will gets really cranky if I do my stream stuff in his multiplayer games. So I tend just to stay quiet. Like, I don't shout out follows and subs anymore because he got really upset when I started doing that. I was like, thank you for the follow, thank you for the follow. I was like, yeah, we get it. But at the time, that was when his subs first started going down and the number of follows. That was back in October. And everything was just declining. So I was a little bit upset about it. Damn it. Need more coffee? Always. Because you're siphoning viewers. I'm not actually... kind of not siphoning viewers. I've, well, been saying that. It's a lot of it is bitrate related. And also... there is a bit of... I can't think how to... just mute your voice chat. That's true. I should set a button for that. Feldak with a 4-month resub. Switching sub from Anti because Anti's doing Megabase all wrong. Oh. Thank you very much for the sub. I don't know about the reason for doing it, but thank you for the sub nonetheless. Will's video quality is pretty spotty. It's, yeah, the bitrate is... I did actually tell him that a lot of people were coming to me and my view because of the bitrate. But I did also point out that me doing my perspective of those games meant that people were still watching him and not just turning off completely. This may end up getting rearranged again too. Just fair warning. Needs to get an external antenna. A can antenna or something. Also, will stream ignore the EU viewership these days? They do? Well, as far as I know, he always start at the same time. Gotta be careful what I say too, because I'm recording this for VODing later. Build doesn't do Factorio all the time, so builds up a Factorio following, play something else, eh? After midnight, but it's always been after midnight, hasn't it? At least that's what I remember. I do have a link. I can't remember if I actually set up a Nightbot command for that. For the paste bin. I need to update the paste bins and actually do all the blueprints. He used to do 22? Thinking... he did too, didn't he? Let me have a look. Really? That was supposed to be a Google search, not a Bing. Not that I care. Apparently being's supposed to be better anyway. Like some of the issues that you streamed on Will's channel when he took a break. That's true too. And I also, because I decided to do this base, I think, I have a feeling that I started doing something that was different and interesting, and that's pulled people away. Let's see. Custom commands. We got add crash Moar, add crash Zenith. I have no idea why I said that. Oh, weather's there. Alright, so I'll have to make a note of myself to add a command for the paste bin. They are 50,000. They are 35,000 according to the scores. I actually had a go at doing a brutal map earlier, and it didn't go well. Symbiosis, heyo. Took almost 4 months off of Factorio. Not sure I want to get back into it. The Factorio work. That is true. I have a lot of the blueprints. Well, the fundamental design work came from previous builds. A cheer unlocked gift for 10 others. Fantastic. A very lucky 10 people there that got some more. Exterm hasn't... Yeah, Exterm's been branching out with other people. Exterm actually avoids doing stuff with me, it seems. Hey, baseline NL? I wouldn't say avoids, but I always offer stuff and offer ideas. I actually got him onto They Are Billions. It's one of the suggestions. I think it was. The problem, the whole, with Exterm, it's always the same thing though for him. It's always just trains and trash cans. And it's funny the first few times, and then it just gets annoying. I was actually thinking after the last, or this current playthrough, dedicated roles might not be a bad idea. Because people are just not doing anything. I had to, on the last playthrough, I normally leave the permissions open, and then when people start causing trouble on the server, I start restricting them down. I ended up disabling research for everyone again, because people kept setting it to stupid retarded things you can't do. I'm normally cool with people picking research, but if you're going to pick, like, power armor components before we have advanced oil cracking, or things that lead to like cliff explosives before we even have military science. Nuclear bomb. Oh, we don't have that problem. Well, then again, we don't have a Deroy. It's been a while since I've done a workshop build too. I need to get... I should do another one of those soon too. and clean up the blueprints that I've got. So I'm going to add 2 there. Yeah, that's as much as I can squeeze in physically. Did 1 or 2 things and decided not to even mention it. I love watching. That's something I keep telling Exterminator. You need to do. You can't. Like, the best YouTube content is group content. Only really people with really good personalities can do solo content. So any kind of group game where the banter gels really well works out the best. Neelis says he'd like to do a playthrough with me as well, but I haven't been able to arrange anything. Like, watch the German guy that has such a nice voice, it's perfect for sleeping. That's good. When you have someone to fall asleep to. I used to, for a while, I was using, there was this YouTube playlist called, I think it was Sleepless November it was called, and it was like 250 something How Stuff Works videos. Neelis is so dry. Yeah, he's not, he needs people, he needs a group to work properly. Factorio collab, yeah, collab play, particularly when personalities clash, create tension. As long as it's friendly tension, not aggro tension. Tension. You know, the sort of petty name calling, that sort of thing. That doesn't work. What did I miss? I think I'm missing a few lines of chat there. So not to be rude, I also prefer the group streams versus solo streams. Yeah, and that's what I mean, like the group ones or group videos always do well. Like to remark with some of the bigger let's go through some of the bigger YouTubers. Start with, say, Yogscast. So Yogscast channels, when the YouTube front page was still a thing, they were basically barred from the front page because they would dominate. Particularly with their Hunger Games survival series in Minecraft, because they would do teams of 2 across all their channels, so it'd be like 8 channels, all of them would just appear in the front page. And it works extremely well. That's actually making mining drills, isn't it? Yes, it is. So while I was talking, I just made a whole lot of mining drills. Yeah, in the space of just that 30 seconds, I made 100 mining drills. Single game content? No, they don't. Another one that I keep tabs on is Blitzkrieger Blitz and Baron Von Let's Play. And those guys mix up solo, although those guys are generally pretty good at doing the solo stuff. They're terrible actually at doing group stuff, because they're always screaming over the top of each other. I don't know. They came later than Yogscast though, so I don't know what the deal is for Blitz and Baron for front page. I think they came later than the front page. Hey, Munix. I'm doing pretty well. What's it? Nearly 2 hours. I think we'll go for a little while longer. I was planning for a 2-hour flat, but we'll go longer. Is there a market for people drinking beer while watching? Maybe. Sub to him when under 500. In one of his videos, he actually, or in his, he has another channel, After Dark, and he gives away some of the little insights, or interesting little insights into the YouTube process. And he mentioned 35% of his views, or less than 35% of his views come from subs. And that's the reason why he made a second channel. And he said that basically the way YouTube works is long play series just kill channels. They just kill them dead. Because YouTube won't recommend long play series videos. They'll only recommend one-off content. Okay, so I need one more here. Need your help? Would you like to teach me how to make a flashing light in the same lamp? Okay. Let's, so you want, say, that's a lamp. Notice the little doobly-doo inside it because of the fancy graphics. So you just want this to flash on and off. Yes. Coloring. Okay. So, as it is, interface doesn't do anything. You can actually do that. That's an actually interesting little thing that I always forget exists. So it turns on when there's no planks in the network. For setting colors, what you can do, or what I might do, setting lamp colors, it varies. So let's say I press skip on this song. Coal equal to 0, output 1. So the first way to color lamps is with a decider combinator, and then you can output a color here. Let's say red, and then we say use colors, tick. We can actually say anything for this particular case, so it's 0, so it's red, so it's red. So the signal it receives is the color signal. That's one way to do it. Another way is where I put this constant combinator here, and you wire it using the other wire signal, in this case green, and you give it the color signal you want. Let's say not cyan, let's say magenta. So make that greater than 0. So now this is not outputting anything. This constant combinator is just turning it on all the time. And it's on all the time because it's just set to anything greater than 0. So I set that to 0. So when 0 is greater than, or when virtual signal 0 is greater than 0, let me wire it to this. So now its color is determined by a constant. And when 0 exists, let's make it 1. Actually, no, screw that. Because I can just push the on-off button. So this is setting the color, and this is conditioned to turn on is set by the value of there's virtual signal 0. If this is making sense, tell me if I'm steering away from what you're after. So yeah, so when this goes off, that goes off. And on, and off. I'll come back to the video stuff after this. So yeah, follow so far? So yeah, so you can permanently color it using a constant combinator, and you can stack them vertically or horizontally, like so, and they'll all inherit that color. And now that is actually something, if I bring it into an actual application, is what's going on here. So it's kind of blindingly bright. You'll see there's a red wire down, which carries a red signal down. All of the green wires come out of the combinators. So red wire sets this to red. Red wire sets this to green. You can see the green in the combinator. Green, green, red again, and then this time cyan, 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 and then yellow. So this here outputs what turns each lamp on, and then the red wire sets the actual color. So that's a bigger example of what I'm doing. You can take this even further as well. Another thing you can do is you can have colors alternate, like what I do here. And this depends on color priorities. Ah yeah, combinator tutorial that Angie's linked. The thing I use with the color priorities is each of these colors overwrite colors. So red is the most dominant color. It will overwrite all signals below it. And so red will overwrite green, green will overwrite blue, blue will overwrite yellow, magenta, and so on and so forth down to white. These three, white is just white. Oh, these three are just white, 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 and white. The effective color, because there's no color black and grey as such. So one thing you can do, actually erase that. So you could say this is green. So it's just normally green. And then, so if something is low, say power, we now say anything is greater than 0 because we want it to react to any color. We make this one change the color. So we say, no, not you. You output red of 1. Input count means outputs what it receives on the inputs, whereas 1 just means it always outputs a 1. So you could say this with something if you've run out of something, or running low on something, say satellites. It's less than 5. So it's saying there's less than 5 satellites next, so it's bad. FYI, that's a robot. There's none in the network. And I can use another constant combinator to trick a signal in. So 6 satellites. So it's green. Red, green. Very popular example. Ah, yeah. That's one I haven't actually done myself yet. I really need to do that one. Yeah. What is it? Like that. Something like that. This is how I'd picture it. So you would... That's the first thing you built? Ah, okay. Get rid of that, that's a bit dirty. So there. So what I've done is I've wired up the outside and the inside separately. There we go. Battery. Well, the basic battery part. And I give it the white to give it a bit of an outline, but it's not necessary as such. Because you could have that flash as well. There's one that I have, variation that I have seen. Now. Let's get rid of that. On its way, 1. Good. On that list, second from the bottom, so, or the bottom ones, you can see how many are on the way and how many are in storage. That's another little feature from 16. Oh yeah, that won't charge. Don't even try to understand. Oh, that is another next level. I don't even understand that thing. It's so complicated. I might move that out of the way for now. My first thought is actually to do that. Just do discrete levels. Because of 16, he made his controller a bit of a... Well, he's, want to learn LTN. I cannot understand logistic train network. I only need 3 of those. And then... So this lights up a... Actually, how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 19. So this needs to go up in 20s. 39. I could say greater than equal to. Hey-oh! Obi! The charity bits. 10 more people have cheer gifts unlocked. Enjoy those emotes, you 10 lucky people. What did I say it was? 59. Uh, 79? So this is 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, and 100%. But it's actually 99 because of the greater than. There we go. Hype. Let's see some emotes. I like Hoffney and Mojo streams because they have home bases, give their game character as opposed to always being in a new world. Hobo phase. Yeah, I like the big base type arrangement. So, A greater than... No, this needs to be reverse logic. And this will be our accumulator here. This combinator will pretend to be our accumulator. When you wire up an accumulator, it normally outputs an A signal. Do you mean home bases like just the big base, or and not the whole train towns thing? Yeah, I know there's a greater than or equal to. I have a bit of a thing against. I don't know why, but I've always had a bit of an avoidance to greater than or equal to, or an aversion to. So red goes to these directly. To set the level, like so. And so now, as I slide this up, it should change. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100%. Now, So we want the top two to be green. And so we can actually cheat. And we can just always output green. So we don't even need this combinator. We only need to change two of them. Because of the color priority, we can always tell it they're green. Like so. So it's always green. Get very bored with the Bob's Angels? Yeah, Bob's Angels just gets so boring after a while. You want more of this magic from Hofni? So we want that one, and that one is 59. So when it's less than 59, so accumulator A less than 60. I'll even use that. We output a 1. I want to force it to output yellow. So apparently it's... Oh, damn it. Green's a higher priority. Who's the lowest priority? Yellow. I got that wrong. I'm sorry. Greater than equal to 80. There you go. So 100% is green. 90, 80, 70. Now it's in the yellow. Yellow, yellow. But we want this to be red now. So we can copy and paste that. Shift right click, shift left click. Don't see Dutcha working in brackets, in quotes. Working. So when this is less than, what is it, 40? I think. Yeah, put red. I think I got that wrong actually. Oh, it could work. And when it's a new player that's learning what an insert is, and they went for Bob's Angels, that's the one thing I don't like about Reddit, is they just say, oh, install Bob's mods. There was someone who hadn't played since 12, and they said, install Bob's Angels. It's like, seriously, just, no, just play vanilla. Like, if you haven't played since 12, it's a completely different game. And yeah, so that's a little power thing. That's a complete diversion from what we were working on. Change that. There we go. So yeah, a little power status indicator. Little battery. Works well enough for Infire's example. Yeah. I'll live for if someone's playing Bob's Angels. I've done enough Bobs that I don't really have a huge interest in doing it again. I've tried to. I tried to get on Exterminator server and have a go at, give it a good go, but nah, just can't do it. Okay, so that's mining drills connected. It only took us 2 hours to do it. I might have to pull that down. What's there? That's copper plate. Now, plastique there. There might be enough room actually to deal with the iron plate belts now, which is good. You quite understand? Wonderful. I was, yeah, I was worried that that might not have made sense, but I hope that everything was clear. I should clip that and make a video out of it or something, or maybe I should do an actual video on it one day. I keep saying one day for doing videos on things. I really need to actually stop saying I'll do it and do it. Okay. Don't need that anymore. Let's do turrets. Are we ready for this? Probably not, but let's do it anyway. Keep saying stuff for future. Yeah, I know. So this one is another case of just doubling it. The problem is, need to actually act on these things, not just say, oh, gonna do it, gonna do it. Need to actually do things. What's the point of doing Factorio videos and tutorials if it's reached the point where nobody plays the game anymore? There we go, it's got power. 30 minutes ago saying blitz and tips for new channels, yeah. And how to grow channels. That's something that I think I do comprehend, yeah. We got sidetracked by explaining some circuit network stuff. Now. Yeah, so yeah, Liquid Media, you were saying your RimWorld long play series, 20 videos, 15 minutes long, less total views than a single 10-minute Alpha 10 video, top 10 ratings. That's exactly what Blitz was talking about in his After Dark thing, is long play videos just die. And that's the thing the Exterminator sees, his long play videos don't do so well. His playthrough series. That's why I'm thinking about doing... I actually wondered about doing a playthrough of... It's cool. That's why I like Twitch over YouTube. It's more interactive. Turrets, 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 turrets. In saying that, Yogscast have been, their main channel's been alternating between GTA 5 and Trouble in Terrorist Town for some time now. Which is quite interesting, I find. So, what do we got here? Gears, copper plate, and iron plate. This gun turret needs 6 belts of copper total. I have 8 available. I need to do a 6 to 8. If you're going to start watching this, yeah. Although in saying that, I have hit up a few series playthroughs just because I wanted something to watch. Sometimes I watch VODs too that are uploaded to YouTube. What did I say? Gears. Turrets need 6 belts of gears. Yeah, because it's the same as iron. Copper plate, and then iron plate. It needs 10 belts of iron, which I can probably up to 12. So there. Bring it onto the grid. Like so. How does this fit? Badly. Actually. That's gears. That's your gears. Let's pull that out of the way. So I need an 8-way balancer for gears here. Need 12 in stacking sets for normal science builds now. Wow. Yeah. Long plays on Twitch are where it's at. Because it's more enjoyable. It's not just a one-way thing. Okay. There it is. I swear something's gone up with blueprints. I noticed a few of my blueprints were scrambled too. So 2... 6 I think's there. There, was it? I'll just double check. Yeah, 6. So 2, 4, oh. Okay. Let's get it right this time. So 4, 5, 6. 3. There. 5 missing construction robots, eh? So we bring that there now, and then that there. So dang it. You're only watching the playthrough, you're also chatting and answering questions, yeah. And you're learning how things are going. You can ask the question why something's done like that. So 2, 4. There. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to half and half. That's the gist of what I'm trying to digest in my brain right now. So you get a half into there, there. So full, half. Now you... There. So that's a full. Then this one will be another half. You'll have to go under. And back one. If I can get the right button, there. Half. No, full. Half. Full, half there to full. Alright, I think I got it. Oh my god. Do a default run? Yeah, I need to do that. I might make that a Boxing Day or post-Christmas Day thing. I might do a walkthrough of what I'm thinking as well as I'm doing it. Okay, so that's that. So which was which? Gears is first. 6 to 8 lane, yeah, effectively. You don't normally... You basically use this to change anything from... anything up to 8 to anything... So anything up to 8, anything up to 8 goes in one of those. Especially with the belt changes, you don't want to rely on the Reddit wiki balances. Have to plan some things first before the run. I wouldn't mind just giving it a go first and seeing what happens. I should get about 8 hours. Which is an amazing time, but it's up there. Depends how the... hang on. How the generation is. I really haven't... I don't have a feel for the generation in 16 in terms of speedruns. Certainly the impression I'm getting is that it's going to be tough to get resources. That's off. Because I hit the wrong one. Don't play and also re-roll for 3 hours. Damn, if I get the orientation right, that'll be all good. There. Might scan for his reroll script. That wasn't the button I was after. That's the button I was after. It is not the genre they promise. Okay, so that's gears to turrets. Badly done, but done nonetheless. I said that there's no, like, there's meant to be no trees in starting area these days, and all over the resources, so re-rolling shouldn't be as bad. Okay, so gears are in, as I was saying. Okay, next is copper, isn't it? Yes, copper's up next. You really want that feature, don't you, Engie? Where's copper? There's copper. Plastic's coming up there. And your plastic. Production. It's nice to just have that much red circuits just on tap. That's only 1/10 of it too. It's actually good for getting rid of the plate from these belts. Yeah, straining the belts. Oh yeah. Talking about graphics reminds me of I need a sub emote. I need something for the sub that you get. It's kind of rude otherwise. You sub and you don't get anything out of it, basically. Need badges? Yes. That is true. I also need to deal with this plastic. So that all needs to go. Merciful Camel with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you very much, and welcome. How about a green circuit? And the upper tier's red and blue. Eh. Oh yeah, pre-doing the map seeds not default. Yeah, I think you might be onto something there. What's the EA line? You get a pride and sense for subbing. There, oh, chat can make a green river. I think that's the winner, in all honesty. Green River emote. I should contact Woob and see if I can use the graphics. Just get an actual on-paper thing that says yes it can. And given that I do electronics in real life, it makes sense to do circuits too. If I ever get partner emotes, definitely have to have Roach as one of them. Okay. Now what I wanted to do with this thing... They're actually changing the rules again. There's open discussion going on right now. Okay, so I realign those for this thing. So this thing needs to move. This balance is actually a bit old and I think a bit bigger than it really needs to be. It's an old style. They're closing a lot of loopholes and they're also adding some more categories. That's the gist of it that I got. Damn it. Yeah, there's going to be a huge increase in the number of rules with the current changes. So the problem is lazy me, he doesn't want to do this. Should take out the belts. It could be make more sense as an option. That feature. That would make sense. Let's give it a bit of padding. There. Problem is that I demolished that thing, but I forgot about the whole loopback thing. Oh well. The quick replace is fine though for the most part. You just need practice with it. As I say, I've had months of practice, so I'm already pretty proficient at it. I don't really say it because I don't like advertising it. Yeah, Lucifer's back. I can't actually remember what the rule changes were also, but as I was saying, that's a whole lot of loopholes they're closing. And they're adding a steel axe run. That's talking about mods. That's some of the things they're cracking down on mods and scenarios. Because scenarios, the scripting is considered cheating. And that's the official words of the devs, basically. That came up in a discussion a little while ago. It was like, why this and that? And the answer was, well, that's basically if it happens in a scenario script, it's essentially cheating. And they're not wrong, because you can cheat in the scenario script. That needs to go there. No, it doesn't need to go there. Not there, there. There. You go there. Yes, that's a bit more sensible. It's going to get kind of screwy on these end ones. Could get emotes of the old concrete tiles to bother people. Oh, that's mean. I like it. That's that. Up there. I was originally pulling it all out and up, but it didn't work too well. Green circuit emote, that's true. That's why I've been a bit hesitant towards Factorio specific emotes. Something like the Clowntown one is a good one because it's him, not so much a specific game. So if I do that, so this is the Clowntown one that you'll get 15 seconds later. So it's not specific to his channel. Well, oh, it's not specific to a game on his channel. It's specific to his channel, I mean. And that's the sort of thing that I want. Whoops, that's one too many. That's true, actually. A lot of emotes don't. Only really well-designed ones work outside of its community. Like, there's a whole lot of cactus. Yeah. And make Barney... Manani, or whatever it is. I don't even know. Even Auntie's ones I don't get beyond. I don't understand the beyond the Steel Axe one. Because they're all Factorio speedrun specific. Something ain't right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just doesn't feel right. Ziffle, thank you for follow. Some channels are really creative. Like there's some pretty amazing combinations on the really good channels. Because you can create all sorts of interesting combinations. Enough emotes? Only a few. Yeah, so I was 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, because it's not flipped, that's why. Right. So this should be rotated. It's mirrored down the middle. Frank the face. Yeah, so this thing should be oh, I don't really want to do that, so we'll just pretend it doesn't exist. It's tired and warm. So I kind of want to get this progressed more than... because we can do a cleanup later. Yeah, filing it under future mojo problem. Did it again. I didn't play with anyone's heart at least. But I did get lost in the game. I'll stop now. Alright. Where's that plastic? Plastic is there. Says I'm not tangled. So down here. There. Oh, actually. There. Well, let's not get carried away just yet. I need to double check how much plastic I need. Because it's an amount. Quite an amount. 54,000. Oh yeah. Duh. That's right there. 54,000. So 54,118. That's the reason why I put it here, is to remind myself. 200. It's 22.5 belts. Yeah, so 24. And I need loot backs for these. Kind of. So there. I prefer to run them down the center, but it's not always possible. Probably squeeze them down there and down there. Well, I say that, but not really. There. This will just reduce the throughput down, the number of belts output down. Okay. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 20. Looks like alien language. Oh, I struggle with that one. How many belts need to go to low density? 9771. And that is 4. So 4 belts go over there. So I send 20 to circuits. Is that seriously only 4? So I swear I sent more to the more faster one. Because I sent like 3. Oh yeah, 3. Oh, it was only 2.5, wasn't it? Or 2.2, I think. Actually, it'll be able to tell me red belt science, copper plate, LDS, 2.1. There you go. Okay. Where do we end up? In there. That works. So I can make this work. there, there, and there. Something like that. It's better. Alright. So next lot of plastic needs to come down there. It's the next one. So what are we at there? Okay. That works. Oh dear. Excuse me, coming through. Happy birthday, Mike. 'Alright, so next lot. Oh, what have we got now? Coming through. Puppies! 3, 6, 9, 12. I don't know whether I'll bunch it up or keep it spaced out on account of that. So 3, let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17's there. Because there's 3 already there. Where do you end up? Ah, it's not so bad. Heroes never die except on Mondays. Hey, Twitch Prime sub by Sunny Honey Bunny. I yoded that pretty hardcore. Thank you very much for the resub. Sino, how do you... What is it? I have no idea how to... That... My naughty English is not great. It's not chow. Cinco. Ah. Yeah, see, I don't really know any Spanish at all. I live in like the most non-Spanish area you could possibly think of. Yeah, Blitz hit 1 million subs quite a while ago now, actually. Let's do that. Cinco for, or 5 for 5-month resub. I get it now. Hooray for me. I get things. That happens occasionally. So I can do up to there. There. 1 less. Like so. You might have less Spanish near you. Yeah. As soon as you get into Asia Town, it things get a whole questionable. Live in a town of 3,000 population. We have a 30-person crew who run authentic Mexican restaurant. It's impressive. So for me, Mexican basically non-existent here. It's like it's almost considered a US thing. Okay. There's a balancer. 8 lane. 8 lane-o. 8 lane-o bueno. Nacho bueno. It's terrible. There. South Korea, 98% Korean. Yes, that's Asia Pacific region in a nutshell, basically. Oh, my ear. So what I wanted to do was run not plastics 6. Damn it. Doesn't fit through there. So I need that, yeah, I need that 8 up there. Hey, a new boy. New stream, what am I looking at? You are looking at probably the stupidest Factorio base you're probably ever going to come across. So this is what I call the red belt mega base. It's designed to produce 2 red belts of each science pack per minute. I'm currently in the middle of rebuilding it. So the original one was only 1,600, 1 red belt, and so I'm now doubling it for 16, version 0.16 to 2 red belts of each science pack. And that's the old lab field there. That's the part of the old base. And currently in the process of tearing it down and making it bigger. So that's turrets from the old base, and now we're currently working on turrets for the new base. This is turrets just for science. I thought its name was the Green River base. Ah, yes. So because of the just sheer stupidity of the materials that go through, it leads to some pretty substantial belts of items. So here we have 68 blue belts of green circuits, which is just ridiculous. It's made in 4 clusters of 13, I think it was. I've gone blank. 17. What was I thinking 13 for? I don't know. Yeah, so 4 clusters of 17 to make this monster. It produces 20 lanes, which gets reduced down into 16 lanes of red circuits. 16 blue belts of red circuits. No it doesn't, 14. Ignore me, I'm all wrong. This triggers you every time. Used to look cooler before I chopped it in half. Yeah, I had to make room for that. I should actually fix that, eh? Get rid of the undergrounds there. And there. And there. Because it's got to go all the way into the balancer, right? What playlist is this? This is... I'll have to bring it up. Alright. That's the playlist. And overstimulated pops up with the auto host there. Yeah, so 2 blue belts of speed 1 modules. This blue circuit processing unit sinkhole. It is quite literally it's a green circuit sinkhole. It eats 34 belts of the green circuits, batteries, another sink as an acid sinkhole. So don't you start. Hello Salamander, how's it going? Electric furnaces, it's also a steel and brick sinkhole. Gears is an iron plate sinkhole. It produces 14 lanes of gears. And then we're up to mining drills and turrets. Mining drills, we're producing a blue belt of mining drills. Just to give you an idea of just how ridiculous it is. Open fire on Salamander, eh? Alright, and this is where we're up to. We're doing copper plate into them. How many pipes? I haven't had fluid pressure issues yet, but I'm expecting them to be. I'm expecting there to be problems. Now 2, 4, 6. So that's copper coming up. Hey, Chronozog. And yeah, that's the entire base. Oh yeah, I didn't even cover the trains. So the trains for the ores are all held here. This is over a year's worth. So time, 33 days, 9 hours. It's over. I think it's 800 hours. 801 hours. We've popped 800 hours. This map has been going... not that one. See, it's been going so long I can't even load the original map anymore because it's version 12. Yeah, the broken things. I don't have any of the other intermediate versions from 13 or 14, unfortunately. But yeah, it's been a long running map. This map. And as I was saying with the ore trains, all the ore trains live here, and they automatically dispatched out as the base needs them to each outpost, and each outpost requests them. Well, they're sent out to each outpost depending on how much is there too. So this and this don't exist. These outposts, whatever number they are. Same with stone, copper, copper, and so those trains won't go out. I should also point out that it's 800 hours of game time, but not actual playtime, because a lot of playtime was at quarter speed. Nuclear power, which is having issues. That's a worry. Ah, that train's stuck, that's why. That might help. Did Christine screw up the... yeah. But having said that, so did 15, 14 and 13. So that's a manual. So if I go up here, so this is version 12, there's version 13, there's version 14, and there's version 15. Yes, I still have to double oil. Up to 250 hours, still not even up to purple science on the second playthrough. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. As long as you're not constantly restarting. I don't like it when people just get up to like green science and then, you know, 3 hours, 4 hours in and then say, oh, I'm going to restart and do it better. Take what you got and make it better. Some Monkey 81 auto hosting. What was I doing? Copper. Trying to make this thing work. So I've got to there. There, actually. Tend to launch at least 10 rockets, that's the way to do it. Should get arty cannons. I should turn expansion back on actually for that. So how do I... How? How? Let's try this again. Let's try it maybe there. Yeah. No, actually. It's in the way. Kind of. We'll see what happens, actually. The problem is I'm trying to route, right now I'm routing copper plate. I'm trying to squeeze it around plastic. So you can go up there, to there, to there. I'm missing a belt. There we go. So you can be up there. There. There we go. Played a bit of Sam Alander's map. Anyone could do a lot of empty blue belts. Ah. "9 PM here, time to get going." Alright, see you later, Liquid Media. Oh, another 40-hour day. Brutal. Okay, so 1, 2. Let's route you to there. I have this habit of routing them bizarrely. So this might make your head spin for the unprepared. Can actually pull it down one too. And so that can go there. I also have an underground belt grid that I try to stick to. That goes there. You know, I still have to do iron plate. There we go. So that's copper plate routed. Let's make them all line up. That shouldn't be there. Okay, so copper plate. Let's bring the next lot of copper plate across. 6. Well, this needs to move, unfortunately. Just gotta watch the robo networks, make sure I don't break it too much. Hey, torch stick. Yes. 2 red belts of each science pack, kind of craziness. So I do a 6-hour default run and can have 2nd place. I don't know if I'll be able to do 6 hours. I'll give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second place is 6 hours 37. There we go. There we go. And up it goes. Uh-oh. 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh. I've done 7, not 6. Okay. Fix this. I need to think. Yeah, that thing where the head hurts. Do you go there, there, there? Rain got 4 hours 37. That's ridiculous. So fast. There. So split, split. There. Normal. Normal. Normal, normal. Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, so that's in. I do worry that I'm out of touch with speedrunning the game. That's my biggest worry, because I used to be pretty good at it. I could do like 5 hours. I used to be able to do 5 hours and 14 without trying. Okay. Yeah, purple did get easier. Eh? There's a few, yeah, that's a good point. There is a few crafting times that have changed. How many are left? Oh, that line's perfect. That gets that plastic out of the way. Okay, plastic's done. Ish. I didn't actually check it was on grid too, and I should have. Hey-oh, Veldek. Mojo run hype. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. I'm gonna have to go to bed soon, I think. I'm losing it. Mojo where? Fair people will take a while to get their preferred origin start. Maybe wary for MechBase 2 start. It's just past 11 o'clock at night. It's almost Sunday. Okay, so 10, 7 and 3 is 20. So 20 lanes of plastic, it's all good. Standard order, it does, doesn't it? Jimmy Hewen, thank you for the follow there. I think tomorrow I'm gonna do they are the fourth map of They Are Billions. Also. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4. It is an odd number. Oh well. There and there. What happened to the NC prototype of combinators? Nothing should have happened. It's now the blue belt. It's the red belt only goes on the science packs. So 3,200 science packs, which is 2 red belts. The rest of the base has to be blue belts. I can't imagine what it would be at red belts. It's basically 1/3 more of everything. Well, I could imagine it. Just take the 68 lanes of green circuits and multiply it. Oh wait, you're there. Yeah, to praise the underground belt grid. Jamie Choi, thank you for the follow there too. Alrighty. I need this underground grid. That goes down. Oh. Fine. There to there. Getting all kinds of wrong. Wait a minute. Why doesn't... Oh, right. Plastic. Plastic to... that other crap. I can go. I had that here for a reason. For the almighty underground grid. The underground grid does seem to reduce the belt entities too, which is good. Excessive belt entities is an ongoing problem. There to there to there, there. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. 3, 6, 9, 12. Let me try again. 3, 6, 9, 12. 15. 18. 9, 20, yeah. So that shouldn't be there. I don't need that anymore. Could have fast replaced that. And there we go. Plastics is replaced. I have a feeling I might need to pick up and move it. Of course, I could stand them, but FPS will say nope. This thing, when moving, I can already see it's... well, not really. There we go. So render is 2, now it's 0.6. And actually this is map view is, or the me map, well, the map is quite bad for performance. Yeah, so it's not even moving as 4. So yeah, there is a good argument for keeping undergrounds. Press F5. Yeah. That'll really make it performance suffer. I know you can turn it on with F5, but you can't see anything over the transport line stuff. Because most of that stuff is not optimized. Most of the debug stuff. So pressing F5, render's going to suffer because it's trying to render all the debug stuff. Same with UPS. What was I running over here for? I don't know. Let's run back. Actually, what's in there? I think it's copper. Yeah, it's copper. Hey, of course you'd be all about the Overwatch. Actually, I recently got an emote for that. I was gifted a sub. There you go. Now, iron plate. So 3, 6, 9, 12. One, 2, 3, 4. Can I actually get away with that many? What's this? A Reinhold feels pushing the payload? I have a feeling that's something that probably is funny, but doesn't make any sense. It just goes through me, unfortunately. Alright. So... turrets need 12,000 gears. That's not what I want. So I want iron plate. Turrets need 24,000 iron plate. Your defense, the pay loot. Oh. Okay. I'm actually using Yeah, I can actually spare, but because of the assembly ones, I can actually use one of the assembly one, or a few of the assembly one builds. 4. 6, 7, 8, 9. There. Alrighty, so you go there, there. Okay, there. Where's the... I won't bother with the underground stuff. There. Violate the thingy. Miss. Ah, right. That's what's missing. How far does it reach? I think it's one too far. Yeah, it is. There we go. Steam has nothing. No. Unfortunately, it's all been taken over by the whole marketing. It's been... I should say that the more accurate description has been Steam sales been engineered. So it's no good anymore. Oh. Now. All 4 of those are a nope. That one I could squeeze a thing in. What I'll do is I'll pull back round to here. So... the problem with the Steam sale is a lot of stuff, it's not really on sale. Unfortunately, the whole early access thing's been... the formula's been figured out. And so they know the price points and what to put them on sale for. So a game that's normally $20 is always marked down to $15. Hey, Kill Bill, how's it going? Your $10 game's always $7, and so on. So it does a bit of a roundabout, but it gets there. Okay. Oh, the base is trying to supply those. And a 1 tile gap to the plastic. One more. Oh, what a terrible job of painting. There we go. It's fixed. Not much new games interest you? Yeah, there hasn't been a huge amount of interesting new titles. How's everyone doing? Excellent question. I'm getting tired, actually. I really should pack up. I might need to pull powers down here. It's a redundant connection, there we go. It's 11:30 PM. Speaking of, I need to do something. They are billions. Not currently, but hopefully the content coming should alleviate that. Because currently there's only the 4 survival maps, but there's supposed to be a whole thing coming, a whole campaign. And there's trains in it too. Well, it's coming at least. Let's see, you can go. I just have to do something quickly on the TV. That'll do it. Go. Alright. So, belts of crap. I don't know how these are supposed to go over there. There's so many of them. What were they? Oh, they were steel, yeah. How many belts do I still need to send, actually? $6:30 AM. I'm tired of the early access thing. I got sick of it a long time ago. Alright, so mining drills needs 10, which I'm going to give 12. Assembly machine 1's is a nope now, so it's 0. Two for pipe, 1. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 18. So 18 belts need to go this way. So the question is, does that fit? Like, I need 18 belts to fit there-ish. 23, good. First early access with Space Engines. Technically my first early access game was a Minecraft. Space Engineers was a huge disappointment. From my perspective, when I bought it in like 2012, I think. Just wasn't that good. Didn't live up to its hype. Explodey spaceship sim. You basically just take one of the prefab ships and just explode it. And then say, that was amusing. I'm going to cluster these in 3s. There, doop-a-doo, and doop-a-doo. And 1, 2, and 3. So 3, 6, 9, and then 3 more. Team Software, are they the people that did Space Engineers? Alright. I need to bring it to there. That's easy. I lied. I ain't much of a painter still. Crap. Alright. So 8, 16. Damn it. Damn everything. I hate this game. I officially hate this game now. Oh yeah, Medieval Engineers 2. That was like, I remember the talk about that and it was like, why are they doing this? Why can't they be bothered finishing Space Engineers? I remember that one came and went, you blink and miss Medieval Engineers 2. There. Three, 6, 9. Uh, 10, 11 and 12. Too many bug things. Yep, that's what I remember of it. That needs to go down, I guess. Or something of that nature. There we go. I'll give that room to pass through. Multi-dimensional spaghetti belt. Is there any others? No, it's just those two. I like exposing the corners now. Like this. So you, then you, you, and you. There we go. Alright, let's unleash it. 12 lanes of iron. Wonder how long it'll last before this dries up. Actually, no, it's draining the buffer, so it's fine. Producing iron again. Possibly. Here it comes. Turrets. Consumption 21,000, 24,000, 27, 8, 9, 30. 1,000 turrets a minute. 1,200 turrets a minute. Back down again. So that's how many turrets we just made. 400. Did base run better in 16? Much better, it did. You go there, you go there. Whoops, that's meant to be that. So this is running at a very comfortable 16. 60. Or the old one was. Game update was only 12. I think I only need a half belt actually, this. I'm pretty sure it was. It's like 1,200. Or was it 2,400? No, 1,200. So it is actually a half belt overall. Now, the question though is, how do I combine that down? And I think, actually, come to think of it... Ruby Dragon, thank you for the follow there. No, never mind. I thought I had a third belt, but I don't. I could make it a third belt, actually. Just for laughs. And I can then join the belt of intermediates down here. And yeah. Progressing nicely. Let's pull these up actually while I think of it. Oh, there's a belt of iron there. It's orphaned. Why is that? Three, 6, 9, 12. Is it threes? Yeah, military makes 2 times. I was confusing myself with earlier, one of the things from earlier. What's that for? I genuinely don't know. It could have been for assembly machine 1, actually. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Where? Which, when, how? Who, what have I done? No, the calculator is still 15.7. I wonder what I was intending. I might actually need more plates somewhere. I'm inclined to say future me problem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just shouldn't belong. Shouldn't be here. Mining drills. Mining drills don't need that many, do they? Needs like 6 belts of gears and then 10 belt. Oh, 10 belts. That'll do it. Well, crap. So there's not enough iron plate here. Alright, that one's updated. Alright, before I forget... Mining drills. And you. Something's backwards. Huh? Huh? Ah? That wasn't connected. That's weird. I should have actually taken a save at that. Too late. Alright, so that's that. I want to make a monument out of the assembly one assembler. So that's that. Next up is ammo. Now you must go do your own things. It's saying that, I think... Oop, dangling cable. I think I'm going to call it there. Before that, I'll do the marker. What is it? Turrets. Oops, torch there, thank you for the follow. It's 1200, not 2400. And... delete that. These are my note of things to do. So we still need 4 things to go before science. Need to do all this for the unloads. Need to sort out coal. Coal probably needs a second unloader. Yeah, and then rocket stuff. Given the layout of the builds, I probably won't be able to move to make everything right over. I want to bring that over to here. I still haven't even touched steel yet too. What I might end up doing is going straight up and across. Before I went all the way round and back, which wasn't ideal. But we're starting to fill it out though. It's getting a bit crazy in here. Frozen shooter, thank you for the follow. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I need to go to sleep. What did we do in the last hour? I'm just curious. 1,000 turrets. It's ridiculous. Move the belt forward and just insane production. Anyway, yeah. So tomorrow I want to do some They Are Billions on the 4th map. Probably the same difficulty as normal. And try and beat that map. Apparently it's really tough. From what I've seen of it, there's not much in the way of food to go around. For the farms. It's just a brutal map. Let's see who's on.